Okay, I'm moving on to the third question from Stephanie. She's from the UK. Hey, home. So the question is, why do you believe so many teachers and leaders have left education over the past few years? Good question. Very good question. So I think there are a few reasons why so many leaders and teachers have been leaving education. I think I won't cover them all, but I'll keep to a couple of main ones which I believe are responsible for this. And I think there's a few good reasons. Number one, I think the demands put in on teachers and school leaders is getting so excessive. They're not really putting teachers and leaders' well-being at the forefront. Often what they're doing is, I think in the schools, is they're saying students are the most important thing. And yes, students are the most important thing. Of course, we all want the students to do well. It's the reason why a school exists. But ultimately, without happy teachers, without teachers who enjoy their jobs and enjoy being at the school and have the motivation to come and to teach, the education isn't going to be so good. And I think a lot of leaders and authorities, they forget that you need to keep your teachers happy. You need to train them, develop them, let them enjoy their jobs as well. Give them the freedom to flourish and to do well. And I think these excessive demands on more hours and more administrative work and just more requirements, it's dogging down teachers into a position where they don't have the freedom to almost teach anymore. And I think this obviously depends on what country you teach in and what your school is and, certain criteria for that. But that is, I think, one of the big reasons why so many people are leaving. I think, secondly, I've already kind of touched on this previously. I think a lot of leaders are leaving as well because they don't receive the training. They feel out of their depth at times. If you're going from teaching into leadership, a lot of people still have the teaching responsibility as well, which is a very hectic and busy job, but they're not receiving the key leadership training, how to manage teachers, how to prioritize your time, how to organize, how to do strategic planning, how to be a successful leader, etc., etc. And it's a very different role from just teaching. For a teacher, you are obviously focused on your students and what you need to grow there. But where is the training immediately to go into leadership? And that's part of the reason why we came about. So I think there's a couple of reasons. I think going back to what I've said, one of the main reasons is that there's not enough understanding and support for teachers to enjoy their job and to do well in their jobs. And I think also that there's not enough training, especially for new leaders, which again is why we came about, because we wanted to resolve this issue and help people flourish. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Stephanie.